The heating technician looked at me and said, "Someone's living in your basement." My name's Michael, sales manager. Married to Sarah for 9 years. She'd been in Phoenix visiting her sister all week. I called the guy because our heat was acting weird. Cold spots. Strange noises at night. He'd been checking vents for 20 minutes when he stopped at the basement door. "This locked?" "Yeah. Storage. We never go down there." "Well, your furnace is down there. Need to check it." I grabbed the key from the kitchen drawer. Unlocked the deadbolt. He pulled the door open. Stopped cold on the first step. "Sir, come look at this." I walked over. He pointed at the inside of the door. "Chain lock. Engaged." "You lock this from out here?" "Always." "Then how's the chain on?" My stomach dropped. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying someone locked this from the inside. Recently." He stepped back into the hallway. "And they might still be down there." The house went quiet. I could hear my own heartbeat. "That's impossible. My wife and I are the only ones with keys." He looked at me. Dead serious. "Then one of you isn't telling the truth." I pulled out my phone. Hands shaking. Called 911. "There's someone in my house. Bought this house 6 years ago. 3-bedroom. Quiet neighborhood outside Denver. Sarah loved it immediately. Said it felt like home. The basement came with it. Unfinished. Concrete floors. Low ceiling. We used it for storage. Holiday decorations. Old furniture. Boxes we never unpacked. Sarah hated going down there. Said it felt creepy. Damn. I didn't mind it. Went down maybe once a month to grab something. Last time was 3 weeks ago. Thanksgiving decorations. Everything seemed normal then. The police arrived in 6 minutes. 2 officers. Young guy and an older woman. I explained the situation. Showed them the chain lock. The older officer, name tag said Morrison, looked at the technician. "You sure it was locked from inside?" "Positive. That chain can only engage from the basement side." Morrison pulled her flashlight. "Anyone else have access to this house?" "No. Just me and my wife." "Where's your wife now?" "Phoenix. Visiting her sister. Left Sunday." "You been home alone all week?" "Yeah." She exchanged a look with her partner. "Stay up here." They went down the stairs. Flashlights cutting through the dark. The heating guy and I stood in the hallway. 2 minutes passed. Then Morrison's voice called up. "Mr. Turner, you need to see this." Her tone made my blood run cold. I started down the steps. What I saw at the bottom made me stop breathing. Someone had been living down there. A mattress in the corner. Blankets. Pillows. A camping lantern on a plastic crate. Food wrappers scattered around. Water bottles. An empty pizza box. Morrison pointed her flashlight at the wall. Photos taped up in a neat row. Photos of Sarah. At the grocery store. Getting in her car. Walking into our house. Sleeping in our bed. Dozens of them. I felt sick. "Mr. Turner, do you recognize any of this?" I shook my head. Couldn't speak. The younger officer was checking behind the furnace. "There's a sleeping bag back here. And a duffel bag." Morrison opened it with a gloved hand. Pulled out a wallet. Flipped it open. "ID says Derek Pullman. Mean anything to you?" "No." She pulled out something else. A key ring. With 3 keys. One looked exactly like our house key. "He's got a copy of your key." My mouth went dry. "How?" "That's what we need to find out." She bagged the wallet. "How long you lived here?" 6 years. "And you never came down here?" "Not often. Maybe once a month." "When's the last time?" 3 weeks ago." She looked around. "This setup looks recent. Few days maybe. Not weeks." The younger officer called from the corner. "Detective. You need to see this." We walked over. He was holding a notebook. Open to a page covered in handwriting. At the top, in neat block letters, Sarah's schedule. Below it, detailed notes. Time she left for work. When she went to yoga. What route she took. When she'd be alone. Morrison bagged the notebook. "We need to call your wife. Right now." I pulled out my phone. Hands shaking so bad I could barely dial. Sarah answered on the 3rd ring. "Hey babe. What's up?" "Sarah, where are you right now?" "At Jenny's house." "What? You sound weird." "Are you alone?" "Jenny's in the shower." "Michael, what's going on?" Morrison took the phone from me. "Mrs. Turner, this is Detective Morrison with Denver PD. I need you to lock the doors and stay inside. Do not open the door for anyone." Silence on the other end. "What? Why?" "We found evidence someone's been stalking you. Possibly for weeks. Does the name Derek Pullman mean anything to you? Long pause. Derek. My stomach dropped. You know him? He works at the gym. Front desk. He's always friendly. Asks about my day. Morrison looked at me. How long's he worked there? I don't know. Few months maybe? Michael, what's happening? He's been living in your basement, ma'am. We found photos of you. A journal tracking your movements. Sarah's breath caught. Oh my God. When's the last time you saw him? Sunday. Before I left for the airport. He asked where I was going. I told him Phoenix. Morrison's jaw tightened. Did you tell him how long you'd be gone? Yes. I said a week. The detective looked at me. He knew she'd be gone. That's why he moved in. Morrison sent a unit to Sarah's gym immediately. Called Phoenix PD to put a patrol car outside her sister's house. Then she turned to me. Mr. Turner, I need you to think carefully. Have you noticed anything unusual the past few weeks? Anything out of place? I tried to focus. I don't know. Maybe what? Food disappearing. I thought I was forgetting what I ate. And the heat thing. It's been inconsistent for a while. He was probably using your utilities? Shower? Yeah. Water bill was higher last month. The younger officer came back upstairs. Detective, there's a window well back there. Cover's loose. That's probably how he got in and out. Morrison nodded. Bag everything. I want prints, DNA, the whole setup documented. She looked at me. You can't stay here tonight. This is my house. It's a crime scene now. And if he comes back. Good. Let him. Mr. Turner? He was in my house. Taking pictures of my wife while she slept. You think I'm just gonna leave? She studied me for a moment. We'll have units outside. But you need to understand, this guy's been watching you for weeks. He knows your routines. Your schedule. He's planned this. Then I'll plan better. My phone rang. Unknown number. I looked at Morrison. She nodded. I answered. Put it on speaker. Heavy breathing on the other end. Then a voice. Come. Quiet. You weren't supposed to find that. Morrison signaled the young officer. He started tracing the call. I kept him talking. Derek. You ruined everything. His voice was flat. Eerily calm. I had 3 more days. 3 more days with her things. Her space. With her things? She's a person, not a... She smiled at me. Every Tuesday and Thursday. 10 a.m. She'd say good morning. Ask how I was doing. That's called being polite. No. His voice got harder. It was more than that. She saw me. Really saw me. Not like the others. Morrison was writing something on her notepad. Showed it to me. Keep him talking. Where are you right now, Derek? Somewhere safe. Somewhere I can think. The police are looking for you. He laughed. Short. Bitter. I know. I watched them arrive. Watched them go into the basement. Watched them find my things. My blood went cold. You're watching right now? I'm always watching, Michael. That's what you don't understand. I know everything. When you leave for work. 7:15. When you get home. 6:30. What you eat. What you watch on TV. The officer held up his phone. Showed Morrison a message. She shook her head. Derek, this needs to stop. Sarah's married. She's not. She's mine. He screamed it. Then went quiet. She just doesn't know it yet. The line went dead. Morrison looked at the officer. Did you get it? Cell tower puts him within a mile radius. Could be anywhere. She looked at me. He's still close. Morrison called for backup. 4 more units. K9. The whole block got locked down. Mr. Turner, I need you to go to a hotel. Now. I'm not leaving. He just admitted he's watching the house. Then he'll see me leave. Follow me. I stay here, you have a contained location. She didn't like it, but she didn't argue. Fine. But you stay away from windows. Lights off in the front rooms. They set up in my living room. Laptops. Radio equipment. Watching the street through a gap in the curtains. I called Sarah. Told her everything. She was crying. I talked to him, Michael. Almost every time I went to the gym. He seemed so normal. It's not your fault. He was in our house. In our basement. While we were sleeping upstairs. I didn't know what to say to that. Around 10 p.m. Morrison got a call. They found his apartment. Landlord let them in. And? Walls covered in photos of Sarah. Going back months. He's got her route to work mapped out. Times. Dates. Everything. My hands clenched. Anything else? She hesitated. A detailed plan. Dated for this Friday. What kind of plan? He was going to take her. Had it all written out. Where? When? How? The room spun. Fridays when she comes home. Morrison nodded. He knew her flight information. Everything. My phone buzzed. Text from unknown number. Photo attached. I opened it. Sarah. Walking into her sister's house in Phoenix. Taken 20 minutes ago. Morrison made a call. Phoenix PD now. I need units at, she looked at me. 516 Maple Drive. Her sister's address. She relayed it. Hung up. They're 3 minutes out. I called Sarah. Lock every door. Every window. Right now. Michael what? He's in Phoenix. He just sent me a photo of you. I heard her gasp. Then scrambling. Locks clicking. Jenny. Get down here. Morrison was already coordinating. We need surveillance at the airport. Bus stations. Train. He's mobile. My phone rang again. Derek. I answered. You told her to lock the doors. He sounded amused. That's sweet. Won't matter though. Police are on their way. I'll be gone before they arrive. I always am. Why are you doing this? Because she's supposed to be with me. Not you. You don't even see her. Not like I do. I'm her husband. You're an obstacle. His voice went cold. But not for much longer. The line cut. Morrison's radio crackled. Suspect spotted 2 blocks from the Maple Drive residence. White male. Black hoodie. On foot heading north. All units pursue. Consider armed and dangerous. 3 minutes later, suspect in custody. Repeat, suspect in custody. I collapsed into the chair. Sarah called. Crying. Safe. Derek was arrested. Charged with stalking, breaking and entering, criminal trespass. Sarah came home 2 days later. We sold the house within a month. Some places you can't unlive. The basement door in our new place? It stays open. Always.